Across the internet, gardeners are growing heavy-yielding crops like tomatoes and peppers in spaces smaller than a coffee table. But when beginners attempt this, their plants often die within weeks. They make a logical but incorrect assumption that derails the project. They treat their balcony exactly like a traditional ground-level backyard. A balcony is a microclimate, a specific local zone where the environment differs from the surrounding area. Watch the forces in this model: intensified wind wrapping around the building, concentrated solar angles, and heat radiating off brick walls. Because of this, balcony containers don't behave like traditional garden beds. Moisture evaporates from the soil at a much higher rate. To counter this, you need to design for your specific environment. For this build, gather a container with bottom drainage holes, a bag of dedicated potting mix, and a single starter plant. Shifting your approach from standard backyard gardening to active environmental design prevents constant plant death and ensures a more predictable harvest. Before pouring any soil, you must audit your light. Spend one full day observing exactly when and where the sun hits your specific balcony space. Morning sun is gentle and effective for growing herbs. Afternoon sun is intense and will easily scorch delicate plants exposed in containers. This split screen shows the result of the audit. On the left, a delicate plant bakes under the glare. On the right, leafy greens thrive because they were assigned to a partially shaded, low-light zone. Next is the container. Do not default to the largest pot available. You need to match the depth of the pot directly to the mature root system of your specific plant. Whatever size you select, drainage holes are an absolute requirement. Trapped, stagnant water is the leading cause of balcony plant failure. Placing small structural blocks under the pot creates an essential airflow gap. This allows the excess water to freely escape, instead of pooling at the base and rotting the roots. By auditing your light and matching the container mechanics to the root system, you eliminate the two structural variables that cause the majority of early failures. Avoid transferring standard ground soil into your balcony containers. Garden dirt lacks the structure to drain inside a pot. It compacts into a dense block, traps excessive water, and slowly suffocates the root system. As you can see on the right, you need a lightweight potting mix engineered with porous materials like perlite. Perlite is a volcanic glass that is heated until it pops like popcorn, creating white, airy beads that help maintain soil structure and aeration. Once the plant establishes itself in that breathable soil, its rapid growth will increase water consumption. Rigid watering schedules fail in this environment. The daily temperature and wind fluctuations of a balcony dictate the evaporation rate, not a calendar. Instead, rely on the finger test as your primary diagnostic tool. Push your finger about 1 inch down into the soil. If it feels dry to the touch, add water. If you feel moisture, wait. When you do water, do it in the early morning. This minimizes immediate evaporation and reduces heat stress on the plant during the peak afternoon. Relying on physical soil checks rather than assumed schedules turns you into a responsive manager of your microclimate. Now take your freshly watered container and set it exactly in the optimized light zone you mapped out earlier. Focus your attention entirely on this single plant. Building habits to keep one crop thriving is the first step toward managing a larger garden. When you are ready to expand, look at this architectural rendering. While the floor space is minimal, the accent lines show how much vertical real estate exists along the walls, corners, and railings. Mounting pots vertically or utilizing stacked shelving keeps the floor clear. This prevents clutter and maintains the healthy airflow required across the balcony. Mastering the environmental variables of a single, well-placed container provides the technical foundation you need to successfully scale the entire balcony over time. Step back and look at your project. You have a correctly sized, elevated container filled with breathable soil, positioned directly in an audited light zone. You didn't just put a seed in dirt. You engineered an environment tailored precisely to what a plant needs to survive in this specific urban space. Cultivating real food on a balcony provides a tangible daily connection to nature, even in a high-density apartment. If this method helped you get started, subscribe for more. In the next video, we will translate your sunlight audit into a detailed list of the exact crops that will thrive on your balcony.